we're going with this plan. Because we're basically here. And I'm gonna push to do it tonight, because I'm pretty sure I could do this tonight. Even with this very late start. I'm gonna push it to like midnight. Probably a bit beyond midnight. But also, we're at the good shit. Like, how can we stop or slow down now?
Previously during the investigation.
Thomas, you've got nowhere to run now. Just surrender yourself.
I think I remarked on it, but it was weird how the animation, like the facial animation is on Emily especially, was like the best there.
Are you okay?
Like, in the whole game.
York, are you saying Thomas was not responsible for the murders?
Love G himself.
Hello, my son. Oops. Key from casings. Map. I mean, pretty clear cut. We're still in the hellfuck world. We cannot leave the car. Now's the time.
Zach, I'm getting a really bad feeling about all this. I try to believe George was the murderer that we were after, but killing him, of course, did not solve all the murders related to the Red Seas. I do not know if what Harry said is true at all.
Chasing these for years.
But the answer to the mystery of those Red Seas is in this town. I'm sure of that. I failed as an FBI agent. I left Emily alone and slept through an entire day. Zach, I need you to pray with me. Pray that things have not gone too far.
Don't know about that, York.
Let's go to the location written in Cason's letter.
They even blocked out the road. I'm pretty sure that road's always out because it's like enemies off the map. This is the driving sequence I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure. Hell world is at maximum. No, it isn't. 'Cause the one I'm thinking of, your car can be broken. No, it is. There it is. These fucking things. These giant hell dogs descend from the sky or burst to the ground. One of the two. It was just that this sequence on 360 didn't give you infinite shit. But they've since changed that. Hello. Curling on the loose ball beside me. Like, crouching too much in your spot of the bed. He's just a really long set cat roof. You're gonna have such a treat on Friday. The thing with, like, I don't know if Hamami and Hammer are going to be here, for instance. If they do, they're going to arrive in the midst of some shit, I tell you what. Hoping we can invoke Speak of the Devil on this one. Also hoping I hold it together because I feel a bit sick today. My gut in particular hits me right now, so it's kind of like, please survive. I ended up taking the long way around. I just judged where part of this, what side of the tunnel it was on. That's not like gases. Could be a problem. Passed this place a few times. The one with the very obvious red tree in its garden. You can actually find out who lives here for this, but you can visit them there. Was George.
George's house?
Hello. No one ever paid George a house call at any point, it seems like. It's kind of an obvious giveaway murderer house, isn't it?
This is most strange, Zach. I thought the story was all over. But it looks like there's something else before we get to see the ending.
Always good to have the hand. Didn't actually get hit in the George fight. I was judged how slow he moved in my memory. Feel so good. For having moved, I gotta put the electricity in and catch a spider and all the rest of it. Oh my god, doesn't feel good for moving. It wasn't that bad when I ate it earlier, but after dinner it's just like, oh. It's the neat tarpaulin over the doors. Just adds that little extra layer of crazy. You know? And you know, like the alcohol, the ominous toolbox, the endless reels of cable. It all just kind of adds up. The one blinking light where he makes his food. Got an extra layer of fucked. I don't know why it's making that noise when I aim. From a distance, so it's something in there is like reacting to the gun or something. Maybe it's meant to be the light bulb. Why'd you put that in your toilet? Why wouldn't you? Why not do this in the bathroom? This is the bathroom, York. Steady on. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Why even cover it with tarp? Because that just draws attention to it. I think I let go too early. Yeah, this is what the muscles and the constant training was for. Just as we extra touches of fucked. You know? Just in case you didn't get it. Hello, Emily. You're just in time. It is a late stream. Chris didn't get back with me for a bit, and we just decided to push his thing off till Friday.
Zach,
Because he's also gonna run late,
George
maybe.
Really had a thing for Emily.
Because I do think I can finish this tonight. You're just in time to see George's secret murder room, where he just strings all of his photos and writes hell script on the walls. Well, you know, that's perfectly innocent. That's fine, no worries. Do what you must.
Meeting the mother is always a bad experience after killing the son.
You're just in time, Hammer, to see George's dear mother.
Zach, look.
It all comes together.
Wasn't a reverse peace mark. It's a tree.
Only the third Dylan game.
Red tree.
I noticed you were playing Sound Max. I saw that pop up like after stream last time actually. The professor uploaded too late so couldn't do it before Christmas and tomorrow's the deadline. Oh Jesus.
Forrest Kaysen.
Forrest
He's the one.
Kaysen.
Emily.
That's good to know. Yeah, I've been fairly flying through them, but they are episodic, aren't they? At least, I think so. I remember seeing episodes something or other when you were going on them.
Previously during the investigation.
Welcome to Greenvale.
Yeehaw.
Francis York Morgan.
You're out of your mind. The goddess won't smile for you anymore, George.
Emily. Which room is Emily in? That wasn't a reverse peace mark. Red tree.
Zach, I need you to pray with me. Pray that things have not gone too far.
Suddenly, a little time skip. Bit more of a defined face this time.
Over there!
Plenty of games that were amazingly good, but also didn't play that were bad. So hey, it's time for another character. Let's see. We need to get to there. Which will take a bit of a long way around. Also this. He's a speedy guy. German aura support you in your test. It's gonna be tight. Okay. So that section has a gimmick. You need to make it to the bell before it rings 12. To the clock tower before it rings 12. And here's the thing about it. If you stop to like fight any of the people at all, more or less, you will not have enough time to make it to the bell tower. Now we have an outright timer. You would have enough time to stand and fight at least those four, but there's really no point. But yeah, like, the whole sequence establishes something that the story does actually get into. The original so-called raincoat killer didn't actually kill anyone exactly. He killed one person, which you're shown at the start of the sequence, and he injured his own son, but he never actually went on the vicious hell murder that everyone said he did. And it's kind of demonstrated where if you actually stop and fight anyone, you won't have enough time to get to the clock tower for that, which will make this, have a game over and start you over the sequence again. It's just a nice little bit of reinforcing it through gameplay. Also, just running through the rain to Amazing Grace is just one of those, like, when I played that sequence for the first time, I was just like, oh my god.
Daddy, Mommy, and Grandpa, everyone's acting strange.
It's okay.
Fucking guy with a katana there. Fucking got him good too. The fucking weed master over there.
The situation has gone way out of control. We need to get inside the theater. Zach, they're currently being controlled by...
So, like the sequence we were just in, if you shoot anyone here, even if you don't kill them, if you just shoot them at all, the hell rage virus that's overtaking everyone else, hits York because he's given into the rage virus, basically. So, don't do that. Just reinforcing that, the people are not the monsters, as vicious as they may be. Those three are Minute, Endless Space, and Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. And all of them were perfectly playable. Even Cthulhu, the worst one, while being extremely unpolished, has its kind of charm. Oh, pardon me. That's all fair. So here we stand at the gates to hell.
Open this door. There is no turning back. You still want to enter?
And this is it. Final sequence.
Very well. Off you go, Mr. York.
And finally you arrived, York.
George is dead. You've got nowhere left to run.
George! Oh, right, George. He was a funny one. I gave him a toy locket, and he was so impressed, so moved. But he wasn't very intelligent. He was born in this town, and it took him too long to discover the Red Seeds. Binding down people's rules is a sign of
It me.
small-mindedness, and that was what George represented in life.
But many good games, many mediocres, not extremely good or bad.
I'm taking...
Kind of similarly, I feel like this year I only played games that were incredibly great, or that were kind of bad. And there's very little in between, but that's for all the new stuff as well.
In my care,
Or like great and then incredibly good.
I told you to come with us, didn't I? Must remember. But you didn't come. You chose your job over the woman that you love.
Casey, this chit-chat is over.
Oh, indeed it is. My fun with Emily ended just a moment ago. It was a fantastic moment. Like eating a full-course dinner that ends with the ultimate dessert. I fed her a fake story about my past, and she took in every word.
Cut out your nonsense, I told you.
He's
No more
not
talking.
fucking about. The noise he just made was,
There you go, York.
I presume, him licking with his tongue.
Feel the hate boiling from the bottom of your stomach. That's what makes little men create such great and amazing history. Just like tiny ants that make giant ant hills. You know, I just had dessert, and yet I'm already hungry again. No wonder why I keep failing in keeping a diet.
Casey, stop.
You really should like cab him in the knees.
Between your eyes.
Or that.
York.
Emily, it's me. I'm here. Don't worry. Everything will be fine now.
York? Is that you? Oh, thank God. York.
Alright.
Emily, no. That isn't me.
York. York.
Emily!
York. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Emily. Hurry, come over here. We need to get you to the hospital.
I can't. I can't go to you. I've been soiled.
Word choice,
No, that's
Emily.
not true. You have a heart that can't be soiled. No matter what happens to your body, you are still yourself.
York.
She's not talking about that.
I...
She's talking about that.
Oh, didn't I tell you? Getting these saplings to sprout requires a certain technique. What do you think? Artistic, isn't it? It's like a surrealistic painting.
Game has like some of the nastiest fucking gore I've seen in games.
York. Shoot me.
Emily?
Let me die. Please.
He's in kind of a bad place right now.
Zach, what should I do?
I'm sorry, my darling.
Let her go! Remove that sapling from her body, Kason.
Xander, it's too late. Once it's like this, I can't do anything to stop it.
Please, darling. Shoot me. I'd rather die. If you love me, let me die.
At times we must purge things from this world.
No, that was not. Well, that was George's mom we saw there. But that wasn't the first time York saw that.
Even if it means losing someone that you love.
Just a whole lot of repression going on.
Yes, I couldn't do it. However, you can. When the time comes and you have to make that decision, make the right one. Okay, Zach?
Hmm.
Zach. 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 Morgan. Francis. Zach. Morgan. Francis. Zach. Morgan. I saw you, Zach.
Hey, Zach. It's okay. I'm here. I'm with you. I'll be with you always. We can get through this together.
It's empty, Zach.
Who are you? My name is York. Me and you will always be together. Okay, Zach? I'm you.
I am thou, and thou art I.
Now, give me your hand.
places with York. York, the other me, my other personality.
Zach, please. Please shoot. Kill.
York, what should I do? Tell me what to do, York. Zach, you have to decide for yourself what you must do.
I'll be with you no matter what you decide. Don't worry. There are some things in this world that must be extracted, no matter what. Even if that means losing someone that you love. I can't do it. I can't kill Emily.
I'm sorry, Zach.
Stop. Emily!
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the grand finale.
Emily, what have you done?
Zach. I wasn't used as
The use of the word soiled was for that. And that's how you know it was written by a Japanese person, or someone who doesn't speak English as their first language.
Thank you, Zach. I wanted to be with you.
Emily, no. You aren't supposed to go over there. That's not the way. Come back, Emily.
Pardon me.
York and Zach. Finally, I understand. You two really are best friends. I'm a little jealous.
Hey, stand up, Zach. It's up to you now.
Emily, I finally got to meet you face to face. But you had to go with York, didn't you? He always gets the girl. He's a good guy. You see that too, right? He kept talking to me and ended up pulling me back out of that room. I'm sure he'll make you very happy.
Why did you bring Zach back? Who the hell are you two? How did you get out of the Red Room?
Something a bit more going on here. Speaking of a bit more. Satan reveals himself. It really is. Forgot. This is his, because he's, you know, a powerful demon. His things require 2 buttons. Press to dodge him. Fucking press the wrong button. Why am I? Oh, I forgot. I was interrupting you. He shoots the poo gas. This is actually a good time to shoot him.
It's showtime! What was that?
Weird Lanky Kong art. I forgot what it was called. Good. Eat shit, Kason. But did you think Satan could go down so easily?
Just like that senile old man. Humans are so foolish. So foolish. There's nothing to compare. With one whiff of that gas I made from the seeds, they happily kill each other. Even their neighbors, even the ones they love.
I like that little glance. That didn't take long.
Compared to the full effects of the seeds themselves, but I still got a really good laugh out of it. Anyway, I think we've had enough fun for today. But I really don't like having to exercise.
Evidently. Monkey Kong acupuncture, OY. Speaking of OY. I haven't seen it, but I can guess from the title what it probably is. His hair is spiky, yes. Of course we'd have one of these. You didn't think we'd get away without doing this, would you?
You're an annoying little bug.
Yeah, it's also a long one, so forgive me for, like, focusing for a bit. I'm not actually moving the stick. I place the stick against my left hand and I'm moving the controller. That's where we're at. Oh, I don't want to look at that link, but I'm going to. You're smart too, huh? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. This goes on for a bit. So while I continue to go on, I ask you this: tell me he doesn't look like his face and head and all that doesn't look like a creation of Akira Toriyama, like something he would make. Tell me it's not. It really does, doesn't it? Yeah, just slightly more, yeah. That does murder your hand a bit.
Emily, I will avenge your death. Just a moment longer. I'll buy you a new dress to make up for all the pain I've caused you. The dress you wore when you came to my hotel room seemed to fit you right.
Yeah, you can't tell what comes next, can you? Yeah, he's got his clothes back on at least.
Kason, I've been meaning to tell you this. You're one crazy guy.
Yep. So yeah, shoot the doll to shoot him, essentially. It really is the doll. If you clip his fingers at one time. I'm shooting you in your very soul. Yeah, when I can hit your soul. Oh, you know, like your form, when you transform and change like forms, you gotta have new clothes with it. There we go. The Magnum packs a hell of a punch. Imagine doing this. I guess I'll show you because I didn't have it. Look at how much damage the pistol does relatively. It also doesn't stagger them, to be fair. Well, you know, only every few shots, but look how much damage the difference is. When I first played this, I was out of ammo for my shotgun and my submachine gun. So, and I didn't have the Magnum. I have a sword with me, and that's the fourth thing for breaking shit, so, you know. I don't actually know. We could find out. It might not. Nah, I don't think it does. If it got close to the edge, maybe. Nah, shotgun just can't reach. Oh. It was beginning to there. We are talking like very close. And it is much more awkward to aim. Yeah, it's, you could probably do it, but it's a lot more awkward to aim. That does fair damage. But yeah, it is risky and it is like, you know. There is one weapon that does do better damage, but you can't get it before this fight. Yeah, the magic shot just evaporates when it at a certain distance. That's how all shotguns work, don't you know? You only shoot like 3 feet in front of you and then your shot just vanishes from this earth. Yeah, because we can get it like, you know, after this in a sense, but you can't get it before this fight. There is another hidden weapon in one of those, like, the psychic spot zones, like one of those ones you buy the map for, and it is a rocket launcher. And the rocket launcher does a hellacious damage, but also it's an AoE blast that will damage you if you're too close, of course. He does this a lot earlier if you're like hitting him normally. Like we kind of jump straight over where you would normally do it in terms of health. His big twist. He's hidden it somewhere.
You're an annoying little bug.
Yeehaw. Hi, buddy. Fucking camera is acting up. Yeah, we're off. Whoops. Yeah, that's the gimmick. You have to get onto the shoulder and shoot him. Are you just gonna hold it in your hand again? Alright, fine. Oh wait, no, he's regained health, I see. Right. Wait a second. We didn't miss it on previous runs of this. Yeah, give me a moment. Yeah, he does like maybe it's because like the pistol damage just doesn't knock it down to the absolute limit. He does put it up, only put it up a wee bit earlier. And the guard, as it were. Again. Oops. Come on, get up. So that broke something and revealed an item. Well, hell. I didn't think it would actually spawn those for you, not that we need them here. Come on. Drop your thing. Alright, this time.
What do you think you're doing?
Shoot him in the soul. That's some proper Resident Evil shit, man. Or Kirby. Either or, really. They're quite similar.
It's because you don't understand humans.
This is some proper Devil May Cry shit right here. Right then, the having white hair and a gun. Slow turnaround from an explosion.
Emily, York tries not to show it, but he's pretty shy. Don't wait for him to propose. Just ask him to marry you.
The bottom right's supposed to look like that. I didn't see it, but probably. If you mean the face, then yes. Hmm? Huzzah! Oh, Yeah,
investigation.
yeah, basically.
York, the other me. My other personality.
There are some things in this world that must be extracted. No matter.
York, I'm sorry.
Why can you cause me pain? A red tree!
York and Zach. Finally, I understand. You two really are best friends. I'm a little jealous.
I'm sure he'll make you very happy.
Oh, look, he took his mask off too.
Are you leaving today?
Maybe.
Zach, that story I told you the other day, did you believe any of it?
The fact of the matter is that I couldn't save Emily. So it really doesn't matter whether I believed you or not.
Yep.
I'm very sorry about her.
He was the man occasionally seen in the White Room as well. Not that I feel like it was obvious enough, but...
There's a calming beauty to it, and yet it exudes sadness.
Harry, I have a few questions for you.
About what, Zach?
Your last name isn't really Stewart, is it?
Yeah, that is correct. It's really Woodman. Harry Woodman. George was my son.
You were there in the White Room when I was there. Why?
The same reason as your father. Long, long ago, I too was unable to shoot my wife. What's worse is that I was also unable to kill myself.
George was unnaturally angry about Harry.
And my son. My wife suffered from a mental illness, but I still loved her. I wanted to save George too, if I could. Everything was my fault. If only I had the courage to make the right decision, Emily and the other girls would not have died. But you have put an end to all of that.
I wonder if they are happy.
Zach, no need to worry about that. York will guide Emily and the other girls into the forest.
Oh yeah, this... wow, how to say it. If you'll remember, people were talking about, you know... Whenever York was talking to people, especially early on, the kept talking like, oh man, like that scar over your eye, like it's
Mr. Francis Zach Moore.
really so interesting and all the rest of it. They weren't talking about the little scratch under his cheek that you saw, the thing that he did get from the one with the mad claws he was on about. They were talking about the fucking giant, like, slice over the top of his eye that they saw as Zach.
I heard you're leaving.
Which is why, you know, like, it sounds weird that they keep saying it's so big, you don't get it, and then, oh wait, it is a fucking huge scar. Doggo was always good. He was a saint.
Uh-huh. That's right.
It's a shame about Emily, and the other girls too.
How are Isaac and Isaiah?
Oh, they're fine. They still don't think the girls are dead.
Do they understand what death is, even? Yeah, I like that too. Like, it isn't played up. It isn't like, you
Give
know,
it to him yourself. He's right next to you.
they don't like harp on it and they go like, oh man, that they like are trying to like, like it's just straight, played straight. Like they even at the end there and regularly throughout, Thomas is referred to as one of the girls of the forest. It's like, oh,
Emily kind of told us to give this to you.
was a bit ahead of its time.
Present for Zach.
Thank you. Where did you get this?
Emily asked us to give it to you. See? She's over there.
There's another Zach there too. You're twins, just like us.
Emily couldn't give it to you herself. She said she's too embarrassed. So, she asked us to hand it to you.
Emily really likes you, Zach. She really likes you.
No, she doesn't. Not me. She really likes that guy York, the guy you see standing next to her.
And one of the neat touches that you see a gap in York's hair where the scar over Zach's eye
Be
would
nice
be.
to the girls, okay?
Which is,
They'll be nice
it's
to
just
you.
the neat little touches. Sure, this was actually thought through.
Boring.
By then, I game I just put it straight. That's very true. Sadly.
Gotta love him. Just full of energy.
Emily, York, sounds like you're both doing fine. I feel better about you two now. And hey, York, I figured out why George carried on his body all the way into the woods.
It was for them. He wanted Isaac and Isaiah to find her.
Mr. Francis Zach Morgan, if you are finished, if you are, please, let us return to the car.
No need for that. You can go home. I want to take a look around more.
Very well then. I'm sure Mr. Stewart will approve of that.
Ah, thank you, Michael.
Yeah, that's basically exactly what I feel. Deadly Premonition is a game that, you know, the gameplay isn't all there. Like, it is janky, it is clunky, and there's some bits that are just, you know, actually poor. But fuck me, everything else in it is just, it just doesn't fucking matter. The rest of it's just so fucking good. Like, completely. It was a game whose, like, story and writing ambitions basically outstripped, like, the gameplay entirely. And basically outstripped what the developer could do. If I remember right, the absolute best, you know, I'm saying best relatively here, like, in terms of gameplay, the Access game, the original Access games, the original developer put out was, I think, Lord of Arcana, which was a Square Enix published and financed Monster Hunter knockoff for PSP. And it was okay. I actually did come over. I actually did own and play that. It was okay. But it was certainly nowhere near as janky as this. It was a lot more, I guess, finished, you could say, but it was also just, you know, it never really went more than okay. It didn't have any of the finesse or technicality or anything of Monster Hunter. But alas, poor Access games. I don't know. I don't remember if Deadly Premonition was their last game, but it was one of their last. They folded not too long after, and Swery65 went freelance. You know, hey, he's become a cult icon in his own time, and now Deadly Premonition 2 is coming out to the Switch this year, actually, rather. I'll say next year.
York, can you hear me? I'm a little jealous.
I'm all alone on this side now.
But don't worry, York.
I've had it easy for so long having you with me. I need to get used to being on my own.
What it does do really well is like not generally is like the touches. For instance, you know, like it's the same voice actor for York and Zack, but the way he performs Zack is distinctly different from York. It was slower, deeper, and far more confident. Whereas Zack is like not as brash, but he is, you know, speaks about like a lot lighter. It's like it's the little touches it does that actually really nails. Yeah, and like it comes across really well. I was like, oh, that's really neat. It's the stuff like that that makes Deadly Premonition pretty much one of my favorite games of all time, basically. If I had a top 10 games, which, you know, I had to hash at some point, this would easily be top 10, in the top 10. Might even be top 5. It's the one game where I'd be like, the gameplay does not matter, play it for the story. I generally don't like saying that about games, and like, you know, gameplay is the core of this. This one gets away with it, I'd argue. And even then, like, it is janky and all, but I wouldn't say it's like stuff like the QTE section, you know, like that big long fucking like rock the stick chase shit. The little bits like that aside.
One more thing, York.
Yeah, it plays alright. It's janky, but it's, you know, it's no worse than, say, likes of Silent Hill. That's already be better at controlling the Silent Hill a lot of the time, honestly.
And you ignored all of it. I'm sure Emily will take the lead. Just don't fight her.
I do like these little conversations now where Zack is now talking to York. It's the little things. Also, this is like its own little chapter. You have to go to a certain point to end the game, but you can go around like finishing side quests you've left undone, talking to people. Yeah, well, it became. I think like Silent Hill became that way after a point. Like originally, it was not intended to be. You know, I don't think they strictly intended it to be clunkily at the horror at first, but I think around the point of Silent Hill 2, they kept that up deliberately, I would argue. That's how it feels like to me, anyway, because like, Silent Hill 1 just felt like PS1 jank. Then Silent Hill 2 was like, alright, let's stick with it. Well, not the whole police force. Because there were, like, NPC police officers who just, you know, didn't have names or, like, you know, their own faces or anything about. But, you know, the sheriff's dead. The deputy sheriff's dead. I don't remember. I think Thomas is a regular officer, probably like a, you know, bit of a higher ranking one, considering he was around the sheriff and all that. But, you know, dead as well. She, pardon.
York. Oh, nothing.
And that's how you know he's running out of things to say. And I was driving, I was chatting, and I was more or less aimlessly following towards the arrow. Yeah, you can go by like the third psychic spot map from Rockstar guy in the shop. His name escapes me at the moment. You can use that to go get an RPG, which you can bring with you on the chapter select about like past missions and have your fucking fun with it. Stuff like the police station Hell Zone and the bar Hell Zone now have the replays open. I think they both have like an infinite weapon of their own in there. The police station gives you an infinite axe. I forget what the bar gives you. You have to find them in there. Stuff like that. Like it's a genuine like, it's not big. It is a tiny wee post game of sorts. Horror is a curious thing in games, and I see what you mean. I think I generally agree with you, man. Is that like while you get why like having a lack of control can add to horror, generally you know, a lot of time it can just be frustrating. And that's kind of the thing, like, with horror, you have to, like, you walk a delicate line between being annoying and being actually scary. And that's why, like, you know, stuff like, for me, Alien Isolation isn't scary, it's just fucking annoying when I die at the nth time against this fucking giant penis that's dropped out of a vent to, like, just destroy me perfectly because I can't hurt it. And at their point, it's like, oh, I'm not even spooked by this thing. Every time I hear it, it's just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I have to go do a big long dance around multiple events to make it fuck all so I can solve the puzzle. You know, stuff like that. It's a very fine line. You could probably... That's the kind of thing. It's probably why, like, Resident Evil is pretty much my favorite horror series, such as it is. Because Resident Evil actually controls really well. Like, well, you know, 7 didn't, and I didn't really like 7 to be fair. And 6 kind of didn't either, I didn't like 6 either. But, you know, like, all the rest of them control really well. Like, Resident Evil 2 Remake controls really well, and all the rest of it. And that's what makes it fucking great. Yeah, we did, I think. Yeah, RE3 remake this year.
York, tonight I'm going to sleep like a baby.
And it has that multiplayer mode and everything. I'm fucking looking forward to that. Like, just buzzing about it. I can't watch the Pokemon Direct because it comes on like 2:30 this time zone. I'll be in work at that point.
Zach.
I wasn't expecting a Pokemon Direct either. It feels like way too early, like too soon for it. Like way too soon. Even if they're going to talk about like Sword and Shield updates. You can decide if you want to mill about the town or not, but you know.
Then this is goodbye, Zach. Thank you for everything. Good night, Zach.
Well, you know, he's tired. Like, sometimes you just fall asleep in your clothes. You're just like, oh, I'm done. He's been through a lot.
Polly, what's that picture?
Oh, that. We took it when the clock tower was built.
True, actually. He is below the
50 years
covers,
ago?
actually.
That's right. That's me in the middle. I was pretty popular back then. Men were always around me.
Indeed they were.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Just sign here, please. Mr. Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
Oh, I'm sorry, Polly.
But yeah,
I was just
like...
thinking of a friend. Someone who was with me for a long, long time.
He must have been a really good friend then. Otherwise, why else would you remember him at a time like this?
Indeed. We used to fight, but he really was a good person. He's gone now, though. Gone away to a place where...
But yeah, the Pokemon Direct,
I'm sorry to hear that.
genuinely don't know what they're going to talk
He's a
about
friend
on it.
of yours? I'm sure he's getting on just fine.
Thank you, Polly. You know what? I think so, too.
I feel like there's gotta be a spin-off, yeah. I'm dying for that, like, at this point. I'm kind of like, you know what, yeah, we could do with a... You know, like a proper Pokemon spin-off. I imagine any DLC would be free. Because they'd probably be hard-pressed to, you know, justify it. Well, maybe. He might have been, he might not have been. He might just be using that as a chew toy. We don't know. And so ends Deadly Premonition. Now, the thing that gets me very interested is now you know the twist of Deadly Premonition. I want to point out the trailers for Deadly Premonition 2 have York in them, and not Zack, York. And I'm curious, was that to hide the twist of Deadly Premonition 1 because it was getting its Origins remake? Or not remake, re-release. And yet that it is actually going to be Zack in Deadly Premonition 2, or like they did mention something with Deadly Premonition 2, like jumping between 2 points in time for its story. So are we going to be jumping into York and Zack's past, like when they are working on an earlier case, and how that reflects to some other case at like a more present time? Don't know, but I'm fucking deadly curious to find out. Like, I'm like fucking like I gotta know. It's like, it would be really neat if it was like the game is actually Zack, and you know they were just hiding it in the trailer. That would be like some like fucking great, you know, there's some fucking great trailer work there. So it wouldn't take much. Like, they are the same model and everything. You just have to change the hair and one eye and hide the scar. Well, both eyes, really. York's eyes colored aren't just blue, as Zack's normal ones are. What's next? What's next is gonna be like a balancing act, I think, because you know, Monster like Iceborne's out tomorrow. I probably won't be doing anything tomorrow though, unfortunately, I have to say, in part because my gut's currently killing me. But Iceborne's out tomorrow, which means it's gonna be a balancing act between, you know, Monster Hunter PC, which will probably start on the weekend if that's alright. Don't need to finish the main story. Well, we can finish it together. Or get on it, yeah. Because I'm gonna be just, you know, recording my run through of the main story anyway, just to see how fast we zip through it. And also just to get my shit together, because I'm gonna need decorations and gear and all my materials back. This is something I do like, by the way. All the characters in the cast represented by a letter each. Xander, York, and Zack Morgan. And then, you know, all the ones who don't fall into that. Friend who already finished his bachelor gave me his old physics stuff, and I have no idea how he sorted this stuff. I think he sorted not by subject, but by time, so it's really hard to find anything. Oh boy. Sure, I did that with my notes as well, where it's just like, you know, it was the day I took them down and just like flipped through the entire notebook trying to find your old shit. So I kinda get that. But yeah, like, so your Monster Hunter PC will be like one of them, and they'll basically be rotating that around. I say that, it'll probably be sucked into Monster Hunter for a bit. The intention is to rotate it around, and for the, you know, otherwise, it's kind of like, I'm debating, like, Hitman 2 or Cosmic Star Heroine. Bug Checker. So it'll be one of those two. I'm sort of inclined to do Cosmic Star Heroine and then Invisible Ink, which David got me for Christmas, and then, you know, do those two back to back just because, you know, it feels nice to me. And then move into, you know, back to backlog things. Probably because like, I want to play both things. And I'm like, ooh.
Nobody can tell me a horizon, a
veered off to the sorrow. I tried to
Actually, I think, yeah, that's what it will do. So it'll be like a mix of Monster Hunter World on PC for, you know, games with the lads, and they probably won't be as focused because there's not as much of a pressing need to like go through the story or anything. It'll just be as we want to play it, and then, you know, alternate it with, you know, Cosmic Star Hellline. I think the next stream will be the thing where, like, I won't be streaming, but I'll be, like, on Chris's stream as they show him a game and, you know, try and teach him a thing, because, you know, while he's picking up games being shoved on him by friends, he might as well pick up mine as well. Thank you for playing. Fucking can't wait for Deadly Premonition 2. Like, I cannot wait for it. I am nervous about it. I'm kind of like, can he actually, like, effectively follow this up or pull it off? Maybe he can. Maybe I swear he can. Maybe I do believe him. But I won't be... I'll be disappointed, but I'll not be, like, devastated or anything if he can't. Because it's kind of like... It's a very special kind of lightning in a bottle, this one. Swadian Knights. A unique problem, must be said. Chocolate chip cookies. I do like this little scene. I always like the post-credit ones like that. Every time I looked at my army and see heavy armored horses, tanks of medieval times. Yes, you can at any point just chapter select, pick up where you left off. Although if I remember it, you have to be careful about that, because at least on 360, it's like if you did chapter select and went back to a point, you would then just have to play the game from that point. Special lets you just see collectible stuff. We'd have none like that. I don't remember what that's meant to be. But it's like, you know, it's like cutscenes, play the game's music. This is the stuff they use, yeah, the usual. This is the stuff Access games use as their reference material for creating green valence environments and all that. It's pretty neat. All nature shots. Cooking shots to get model all that food. And this bonus shots are just things they saw about. Like, this is all like hotels and bars in America they were at. Spooky Hell Tunnel. I think that might actually be in Japan, that one. But yeah, it's neat. It's cute. The dog on the back of a truck. That's Deadly Premonition. Now they have a bigger armory. They usually use face-offs where the armies don't just charge wildly, so I always tell my army to hold their position on the hill and ride behind the enemy army. All my own is they're throwing spears into their backs. Well, hell. I mean, that's one way of doing it. The element of surprise is the greatest weapon of them all. Pardon me. But yeah, that's Deadly Premonition. I fucking love this game. The Switch port ended, like, after it had a bit of a shaky start with some, like, issues in its initial cutscene and all. And, you know, it did launch with, like, stuff like that audio bug and shit. But I think on the whole, that is a decent port of Deadly Premonition. Like, I'd say if, you know, that's worth recommending as a version to play now. I'm curious, well, you know, I'm pretty sure fans and shit fixed up the PC version with mods and all. So if you find mods for that, that's probably also just easy enough to get and recommend. But aye, that's gonna be me for the night, especially because my stomach hates me right now, like it's dying. So, I'm gonna go curl into a ball. Yes, thank you for coming out, and thanks for watching. And good night, you two. I'll see you on Chris's stream on Friday. Until then, I'm going to try not to be sick. So, yeah. Good night.